Court orders accelerated hearing for Nnamdi Kanu. Hearing for Nnamdi Kanu faces April 29 for Nigerian government to call in witness. Welcome back to another update. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Bring you another update, and this very update is coming from SAR reporters, and the news headline says that court orders accelerated hearing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu faces April 29 for Nigerian government to call in witness. Before I continue with this very update, because we're going straight to this very update, and before I do that, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. So, court orders accelerated hearing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the feast is April 29 for Nigerian government to call in witnesses. Okay, here it says the trial was adjourned to April 29, May 2nd and 6th for a full-blown trial. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court has ordered an accelerated hearing of the 7-count treasonable felony charge against Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The trial was adjourned to April 29, May 2nd and 6th for a full-blown trial. Kanu trial started anew after his case file was reassigned to Justice Omotosho through his legal team. Kanu apologized to the court for his outburst during his last appearance before Justice Benita Nyako. He also pleaded not guilty to the allegations against him. The case was previously handled by Justice Nyako, who recused herself after Kanu accused her of bias. Was she not being biased? Was she not? Was she obeying Supreme Court orders? The answer is no, so we must continue. On September 24, 2024, Justice Nyako withdrew from the case and sent the file to the Chief Judge for reassignment, stating that she could not proceed with a trial where the defendant lacked confidence in the court. Is it the same court that they will rig election and tell you to go to? And if you mistakenly go to the same court, you will be disgraced there. Because the person telling you to go to court knows that there is no justice in their so-called court. Well, we must continue. However, the Chief Judge later returned the file to her, insisting that a formal application was required before her casual could be accepted. Kanu and Ejimako maintained on February 10th that Justice Nyako no longer had jurisdiction after stepping down from the case, prompting the judge to adjourn the matter indefinitely. Before Justice Nyako, the case had been handled by Justice Ahmed Mohammed, who has since been elevated to the Court of Appeal, and Justice Tosho before he became the Chief Judge. The Chief Judge of the High Court, Justice John Tosho, then transferred the case file to Justice Omotosho. During the proceeding, Kanu tendered a written apology to Justice Nyako and the prosecution counsel, Chief Adebayaga Awomolo, son, for his outburst on February 10th. Kanu's legal team, now led by former Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, Ms. Kanu Agabi, son, pledged that Kanu would be of good conduct throughout the trial. In response, federal government lawyer Awomolo San forgave Kanu for his comment, stating that he was not out to prosecute Kanu but to ensure a quick resolution of the matter. The prosecution then asked for an adjournment to assemble witnesses, which was granted. Some reporters report that IPOB leader was arrested. He was never arrested. He was kidnapped by Nigeria government, tortured for 8 days before he was illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. There is nothing like arrest. And the Supreme Court confirmed that Nigeria government went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So have that in mind. The report right next time. There is nothing like arrest. He was never arrested. You cannot arrest someone or another country, not even another country. A citizen that is somebody that is not your citizen, a British citizen traveling with British passport. And Nigeria government went to Kenya and arrested. What kind of arrest is that? He was kidnapped, which Supreme Court confirmed. The Nigeria government kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They broke international law. So some reporters correct this. There is nothing like arrest. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and the extraordinary rendition to Nigeria in June 27, 2021. And since then, he has been in DSS dungeon. Even when Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him of all charges, Nigeria government refused to release him. Supreme Court confirmed that Nigeria government kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. So why are they saying arrest? Why are they saying arrest? Knowing fully well that the leader of indigenous people of Biafra was never arrested. Rather, he was kidnapped. There was nothing like arrest. They keep lying to themselves. Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested. He was kidnapped. So you push a report the truth next time. So here now, they said Nigeria government has been given EPRA to call in their witnesses. And who will be those witnesses? What crime did Nnamdi Kanu commit? The only thing you hear them now talk about is the NSAS. Oh, he ordered you to burn down Nigeria. Oh, he ordered you to set places ablaze, which were never true. Nigeria government wants to call in witnesses. Okay. Let's wait and see how it goes. We all know that Nigeria is nothing but a corrupt Islamic state. I don't like hearing the truth and don't want anybody to speak the truth or tell them that bitter truth that they are scared of. Nnamdi Kanu is the only man that always tell them that truth, even in their own courtroom. Doesn't look at their faces, doesn't fear them. Rather, they are the ones fearing him. Even when they are still holding him hostage, they are still scared of him. That bitter truth the Fulanese do not want to hear. That is what he always tell them. And he's not scared of them. Calling him witnesses. Witnesses that witnessed what exactly? That witnessed him ordering the attacks going on in the north, or being the leader of those terror groups in the north, or those terrorists and the Islamic groups that have been terrorizing every corner of that zoo. What are they going to testify against Madikefo? What exactly did he commit? Oh, he said answers. Oh, he made a broadcast. Is that what they are going to tell you? And you foolishly listen to that. Nnamdi Kanu, no case to answer. He committed no crime. Nigeria government wants to call in witnesses, and the Nigeria government claims evidence against Nnamdi Kanu includes broadcasting, inciting violence, supporting IPOB. They said it was banned in 2017 because they don't want to hear about IPOB. They don't want to hear about Biafra. They are so scared of Biafra and desperate to stop Biafra. The reason they went as far as Kenya to kidnap a British citizen, the reason they were running around, but Simon Ekpa ranting up and down how he was inciting violence, how he was terrorizing Southeast, which were never true. They don't just want to hear about Biafra. They are so scared of Biafrans visiting that zoo because they are aware that the only thing that makes zoo what it is from Southeast, and they are so distant to admit it. They keep lying through their teeth, lying to you. You ask them, why are they so scared of Biafra? Why are they scared of Biafra? Why don't they want to hear about Biafra? Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. They said he made a... And no, the only this thing they have is the broadcast is they said he made during NSAS. Nigerians were already protesting over NSAS. Did you even see the way SAS officials were brutalizing and humiliating and killing youth? The reason the Nigerians started their answers, they wanted to blame it on Igbos. They wanted to say it's Igbos' protest. I know that's the broadcast they are talking about. And him importing a radio transmitter. Is that the evidence? No, is that the evidence they want to use against the Nnamdi Kanu? Are they serious? We have evidence of Nigeria army killing Igbos, killing youth, and the terrorizing Southeast. We have evidence of Nigeria army shooting direct live bullets at people's houses. We have evidence of Nigeria army invading Nnamdi Kanu's father's compound in an attempt to kill him for speaking the truth. We have evidence of Nigeria army and police atrocities in Southeast. We have evidence of all their criminality and terrorism in Southeast. So what evidence do they have? Those witnesses, where are they coming from? You see, Fulani is all Alamajiris in the north. Well, let's wait and see how it goes. Let's wait and see how it goes. Nothing I know is that Hamadike is not scared of them. He's going to tell them the truth. He has been winning them, and the victory will remain ours and his. Because Chukwu Kikabema that called him or that sent him on this very mission will not abandon him or allow the oppressors or the enemies to win. It's not possible. It's not. So we must continue. We must continue. We must. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, exposed, challenged, and demonstrated to the world that Nigeria is a corrupt and terrorist state, warranting the attention of international organizations to consider its dissolution. Nigeria broke international law. Justice should be removed from Nigeria Constitution. Seriously. Because there is no justice in that zone. There is no justice in their destiny. Their court of law, there is no justice anywhere in that zone. Witnesses on how the Nigerian military destroyed his home and they killed 28 Biafrans, more than 28 Biafrans. This is the number they told the whole public, but it's more than 28 Biafrans. Should we talk about the Biafran youth, that their hands were tied back and they were left to die in our forests, were poured acid on? Or should we talk about the ones they drowned in mud water? Should we talk about the Biafrans they killed in Ngwa High School? Should we talk about the Biafrans that were killed every part and every state in Southeast? Witnesses on how the Nigerian military destroyed his home and killed Biafrans on the 14th of September 2017. Or witness on how Nigeria terrorist government kidnapped him in Kenya. What witness exactly do Nigeria government have to bring in or have to call in? How they destroyed his house and killed innocent youths, Biafran youth that asked for nothing but freedom. Or how he was kidnapped in Kenya and tortured for 8 days. Is it the witnesses they want to call in? Let's wait and see how it goes. They will still have to go and provide evidence in Finland, March 25th. Or May 25th, if I'm not mistaken. They will still go and provide. You see all the lies they are telling? The whole world knows the truth. And they're only quiet because of their own selfish interest and benefit. Well, dear friends, I'll stop here. They said a date has been fixed for Nigeria government to call in their witnesses. Against Hamadi Kemaz Nnamdi Kanu, leader of indigenous people of Biafra, a man that asks for nothing but his people's freedom and total exit from Nigeria. Because we have been killed, we have been terrorized, we have been marginalized, we have been humiliated. There is no inhuman treatment that have not been melted on us in that Nigeria. That is his only crime. Calling for a referendum for his people to choose if they want to remain in Nigeria or not. In Nigeria government desperate quest to stop Biafra, they went as far as Kenya to kidnap a British citizen traveling with British passport, tortured him for 8 days, and nobody's talking about that. Well, that is it. I'll stop here. Don't forget to share. Tune in once you get notification. Thank you.